Haha.
Yummy, yummy.
Welcome to Dr.More VIP blog. Good evening, welcome back to Friday night. I'm your host of the day. Of course, I'm always your host. I'm Dr.More. Seriously, do you think about inviting my friend to my VIP blog? Some said that actually the VIP diary was kind of cute. I guess it was because of the linkage with the Princess Diary, right? I did play one of the songs. If you guys like to check that out, it's on my radio show. I have that going a little bit, but it's too much work, for like uploading everything onto my YouTube. I'm thinking about podcasts and SoundCloud. How do you guys think about that? I don't know. Anyway, it's another casual Friday night. I know a lot of people will kind of have a big party on Friday night, but not for me. I'm too over that. Plus, I really need the time, with myself. In my kitchen. So welcome back to, Dr. Moore's Kitchen Diary. Wait, no, it's VIP Diary. So what I'm gonna have tonight, I'm gonna tell you, okay, what I'm making tonight for my dinner. So I hope you guys are also eating your dinner or you're done with your dinner. Otherwise, you'll be hungry when you're listening to my blog tonight. Okay, so we'll be right back. Welcome back. Tonight's show, I'm your host, 墨镜哥 Makenko. That's only if you speak Mandarin and Cantonese, then you know what I'm talking about. Or if you speak Taiwanese, I'm what? I am O Bakia Go O Bakia Go O Bakia Ahia. I guess that's like, pretty close because what I'm exactly trying to say was sunglasses, because a lot of VIPs, visually impaired persons, we kind of have to wear glasses, mostly sunglasses because it's thicker and could be plastic, could be something, just to protect our eyes from getting closer to something risky. So yes, so what I was just saying in Taiwanese was that a brother, elder brother, who's wearing sunglasses. So that's the definition, the meaning of my names, the nicknames actually. And if you speak Hakka, then my nickname will be Mokyang Ako, Mokyang Ako, or Mokyango. Like you can remove the the R pronunciation was just trying to make it, like intimate, like build a relationship kind of thing, like we're closer to this person. So like Agong, like Ama, that's like grandpa and grandma. What I was trying to say, sorry, I'm preparing for my food and every single time when I'm doing that, I got lost track with what I'm saying. Okay, so anyway, that's just basically telling you guys what my nicknames are. And the reason why I received these nicknames, some of you already know, some of you don't. It's on the news, it's kind of cute. So I'm gonna tell you guys the reason why I received such a name. Of course, I'm wearing sunglasses, so that's obvious, and because I'm blind, of course. So you can kind of put the linkage right there. But then there is a reason why I'm being named after that. So after I get my food out from my fridge, I'm gonna talk a little bit more, right? Alright, you're back to my VIP blogs. Dr.More, Ken, which is my real name. So if you are listening this through my YouTube channel, welcome, which means you subscribe or you are going to subscribe. And remember to check the little bell on the side, which means you're gonna be receiving my latest posts, latest updates in real time. Great, that's great. And because you guys are in my kitchen, so you're gonna hear some noises at the back. I'm not doing that intentionally to disturb you guys from my blog, but because I want to really demonstrate the very natural side of me. So welcome to my kitchen. Well, what do I do in my kitchen? I'm actually a very organized person, trust me. Believe it or not, even you can still organize things. Like, I know exactly where my ball and plate. And if you said that in Japanese, that would be salad. Sounds like salad, right? But no, salad and it's plate. Okay, so I need to get some plate out because I'm making a burger for myself. Burger, huh? Which is of course, it's delicious. Again, you guys won't be able to taste it unless you really want to come to my kitchens. I can make one for you, of course. So I get the bread just now in the supermarket by my office, and then I decide I want to have chicken burger, I like chickens, the white meats. Oh, actually, I like seafood.感恩 seafood, 赞叹 seafood. But that's another story. For those of you who are really confused, it's okay. I'm gonna give you the definition of seafood anyway. So, I got tomatoes thanks to my friend down south. She's in Thailand and they plant all the tomatoes themselves. So she sent it to me. Yay! Thank you so much. I want to thank her, but I can't reveal her identity. But anyway, if you're listening, thank you. You know who you are. It was very fresh. I'm surprisingly fresh. Yes, and I'm surprised. And the tomatoes super fresh. So yes, here in Taiwan we do have farmers. Yes. But it's a very sad fact that the farmers are very old. Most of them are at the age of 64, and it was just like 64, 65. It was the official retirement age standard as well. But then, all the young kids these days, the teenagers, like including the laborers, people want to be in the office or, all dressed up in suits, work in the industries, nobody want to get their hands and feet dirty. So I'm not saying that the farmers, they would like to get their hands and feet dirty, but maybe it's a family thing, it's a family business. They have the land, they like to plant, they make their living with the naturals. And believe it or not, there are several articles interviewing some of the people who even graduate from really good schools, universities, even there have been in the different industry for quite some time, but they decided to go back, down south, southern part of Taiwan to become a farmer. They're not, of course, they're adopting the new tech, the high tech, and also some of the tricks they learned in the industry. Maybe it's finance, maybe it's IT, which kind of help, to be able to produce more and better qualities and increase the efficiencies. What I'm doing, I'm gonna tell you later. So those are good. So you guys are interested. I'm gonna share some more of that on my blog, perhaps, like physical blogs. I have the VIP, which is the video blogs on my YouTube, and I do maintain a blog, which I haven't been really working on that for a little bit because I'm working on a lot of things in new waters. And so so I'll be right back, and we're getting to the burger. Alright, you are back and I'm moving around because I'm in my kitchen, I'm in my room. I'm supposed to be able to move around even though I don't see, but I'm very familiarized with my room. Trust me, yes, it's my room. So why am I saying it's a room, not an apartment? Because my apartment is exactly the size of a room, sadly. I kind of go over that earlier. You can go back to check my previous VIP blogs, which was released last week or the week before that. Anyway, so I'm back to my kitchen now. See, it's a really small place. I'm getting myself some water. Good. So we're back in the kitchen. Okay, so in order to make a burger, you need to have the bun, which is the bread, on top of that, and underneath of that, what is that? The burger. Yeah, so you can got to decide whatever you want to put into your burger. Definitely vegetables, yes. Fibers, you need that. Otherwise, if you go to number 2, you're having a difficult time, don't blame yourself because you forgot to put in some vegetables. And that I have my friends, DIY, they blend the tomatoes and stuff, so I'm gonna have extra slice of that. Woohoo! And if you're really cramming for more, like vegetables and tomatoes, you can have, more on the side as the side dishes. You can bite your burger and then test another slice of tomato. Okay, it's a good deal, right? And then that's the meat. I mean, if you're a vegetarian, basically that's kind of the things you want to have. I know some people that will have egg. Yeah, they will have egg in the burger. It sounds like breakfast, but I think it's a nutrition kind of thing. You can balance your nutritions, and to do so. And of course, for some of the vegetarians, they drink milk, they eat eggs. I believe it's because you still want to have the good proteins, right, to balance that. Some people use beans. I think beans will work too, but for me, I'm gonna have chicken breast is definitely one of the good choices. I know that if you just go ahead and bought in the restaurants or the fast food, the chain restaurants, like Mr. Mac, Mr. KF, or Miss Wendy. I don't think we have Wendy in Taiwan anymore, but when I was back in the States last Christmas, which is just 2017, I had Wendy's. Trust me, she's good. She knows how to handle her chickens. Anyway, so I have chicken breast, I have vegetables, and I have tomatoes, and all I need is put them together. Okay, the chicken breast, you can is all kinds of ways to handle your meat. So I'm gonna get to that in just a little bit. Alright, welcome back. You are in Dr. Moore's Kitchens and you're listening to my VIP blogs, which is the very important person's blog. Yes, it's me. And I'm the visually impaired person as well. So I'm recording all those video and audio blogs, allowing some of you who have friends or family members, or you are the one who is also encountering difficulties and obstacles and challenges, or maybe you're just like me, trying to conquer something. Welcome. Share this with them. It's important because you can still live a very healthy and normal life with certain help and with certain assistance. Not like really hiring an assistant. I mean, if you are able to do so, then which means you don't kind of have to worry about anything, but still, there's a mental process that you kind of need to go through if you are turning into a person with disability like myself. So that was kind of like the whole purpose of this blogging thing, and I'm allowing people to browse this through my YouTube channels. I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, fanspage, and so does radio station. Believe me or not, the radio is like the easiest way to do it. Why? Because you're in the car, you turn on your AM or FM, or you are in your house. If you have a radio station or some kind of stereo system, just turn it on, be up there. And just for the sake of technologies for sake, like people are using internet, smartphone devices all these days. So we are also on internet. So, find us. Anyway, so I'm pretty much have all, yes, as I was saying, I have all my burgers, bodies, like they're all separated now. The buns, the meat, the vegetables, the tomatoes. I'm not gonna have eggs, So yes, and I have this. Listen, I'm not gonna sing the Beyonce lesson again. Anyway, this is the ketchup. I love ketchup for some reasons. I'm not trying to make an advertisement and trying anything for them, but Hen, Mr. Hen, but Mr. Hen, but Mr. H, okay, find them. They have really good ketchup. I don't know why. It's like when I woke up in the middle of the night, sometimes I dream about Mr. H, the ketchup, of course. So I decided to handle my chicken breast very simple, just water, boil. Or if you prefer steam, you can do that too. Like in Taiwan, we have something very popular. It's called the 大桶电锅. So if you don't know what that is, I'm gonna put that on my Instagram. Go check it out. It's like so cute. Again, that's not commercial. I'm just saying that everybody here knows that. Of course, there are different brands. So anyway, it's just an electric pot. You can kind of steam pot, you can kind of put store pot as well. You have multiple functions. You can just put your stuff in it, pour some water on the side, and then a couple of minutes later, probably 30 or more, and it will be done. It's ready to go. So I'm gonna demonstrate a little bit about that too in just a little bit. I'll be right back. Alright, welcome back. I mean, if you guys are really sharp with your ears, you can hear my stomach. My stomach is calling for hungry. I need some food. Food, no flu. Okay, so I just put the chicken breast into the electric pot. I'm deciding to steam it. So chicken breast, if you don't find those really thick ones in the supermarket, just find the sliced ones. They're very convenient, and remember when you bought it back, you still have to wash it a little bit, okay, and then dry it a little bit. Maybe you can use those hot, like thicker towels, paper towels, of course, not the towels you use in the shower, and then just suck up the waters, okay. You want to make the surface dry, and then you can put it into the pot. And I would say put just 1 cup of water if you want to be super sure that it's gonna nothing raw like sashimi or what's nothing raw, because you don't want to have raw chicken, trust me. So 1 cup of water, or just half cup if you have faith with your pot. Just go with it and put the bottom, which I just did, and then just wait for it to be ready. And at the same time, make sure that your vegetable is clean. You cut your tomato slice into, like whatever size of that is gonna make you happy, okay? And then the bread, if you have an oven, you can kind of heat it again. But if you don't worry about it. Your burger will be ready to go anytime. So talking about the buns, some people like sesame on the buns, the white sesame on the buns. I'm like pretty free. I'm not depending on that. And as I'm talking, I'm actually making the burgers already. Just waiting for my meat to be ready. So I think towards the end of the show, I'll probably have everything done, right? Which is a good thing, because I'm hungry. Are you guys hungry? Yeah, Daddy, I'm hungry. Okay, ooh, that doesn't sound right. Okay. So sometimes accidents happen, but it's okay. We're gonna find ways to conquer that. Okay. See, I'm really making my food. No kidding, because I'm in the kitchen, and you don't want to be fooling around in the kitchens. There's all sort of things could have happened in your kitchen. So what am I talking about? Yeah, sorry for that. Adding all silly. So when I'm back, I'm gonna talk a little bit more since I have to wait for the chicken to be flying and ready anyway. So I'm gonna talk a little bit more today about food making. Yes, pretty serious stuff. No. Am I high? No, I'm just hungry. So when the chicken's ready, I'll be back with you guys. Okay, let's just check out something. I'll be right back. Okay, you are back to Dr.More's VIP blog. It's every Friday night that I'll share this on my YouTube. So anything after 9 p.m. I'll upload this. I'm thinking about making some, like live show too, so you guys can see how, like stupid I am when I'm in my kitchen. But so far I don't want to review my kitchen because it's just closely attached to my room. There's not much space. You're gonna see everything here, so it's kind of crazy. So as I'm waiting for the chicken to be ready, I'm gonna explain a little bit how visually impaired persons, or you want to call them blind, fine, but don't offense them in any way. So how do we do that? You can rely on your visions, right? You don't see, or you can see clear. How? So that's very important when you have everything set up accordingly. According to what? According to your sequence, your orders, your habits. It's you. So I know some visual impairment persons or person with disabilities will complain to me like, oh, Dr. Moore, how? I'm living with a whole bunch of people. I'm living with bigger families, so many family members. I can ask them to, get the stuff out and then put it right back to exactly where they are. But that is something you need to communicate, because you can check that away. Like, let's for example, I'm opening my drawer now. Okay, you guys hear that? And I can know exactly I want to find the can opener or this. Hear it. Okay, this is a food scissors. So I know it's closer to the right side of my drawer. And I know on the right side of that, there's a whole bunch of rubber band that I kept just in case I want to sell some of the plastic bags or stuff. So I have all the knives. Okay, let me put it this way. So I'm down to my drawer, closer to the drawer. So see, I have the knives here, and then I put them into different little boxes. So I know this box. So I know this box A is a smaller knife. I know the box A is a smaller knife, the box B is a middle knife, and then the box C is the bigger knife. What do I buy A, B, C? No, that's my kind of label. You will find your label too. And of course, you think it's dangerous to play with knife? No, we're not playing with knife. We're using them, so no arguments here. Anyway, it's just a very simple demonstration of how visual impairment persons, users, I like to call ourselves as users just like you guys, how we arrange stuff and how we can still apply to it. So remember that, okay? Keep your orders. Welcome back to Dr. Moore's Kitchen VIP's blog on Friday night. I hope you guys are either on your way back home or you're still eating like I am. So I'm pretty much done with this burger here, and all I need to do is put them into a baguette, like a castle, like a tower. Good. Okay, so I'm gonna have to bun on the underneath everything, right? It's kind of like the infrastructures. And then what do you like to have? Like, some people will put veggie, some people will put tomatoes, and then I will put the meat in the middle because I like the crisp, like vegetable on top of that. And then what's my meat? And of course I have the cheese slice and then tomato. Okay, so I perhaps I can show this to you guys on the Instagram if I'm not too hungry and finish my burger before I have the chance to take a picture. But I'll try to remember to do so. It's hot. Okay, so my chicken breast is ready too. Remember, I had it a couple of minutes ago and put it in the pot, the electric pot, without the brand. Yes, you can find anything. Okay, and then now I'm gonna put, if you are really happy with that, you can put mayonnaise, but I'm gonna put my ketchup, Mr. H. It's gonna be all over my burger. Yes, I'm very dramatic and when it comes to blogging, so just bear with me a little bit. This is cool. Okay, but of course this is nothing like the one that you bought in In-N-Out or Shake Shack Burgers. We're gonna have that in Taiwan this year, hopefully. So anyway, while I'm still making the burgers, I just want to tell you guys that if you are a visual impairment person like me, please have everything organized accordingly, according to your order, your patterns, and your habits, because you have to memorize that. This is where I get the A stuff, object A, came from the TV drawer, and then object A will goes back to the TV drawer. And like me, if I want to find like a knife, like the bigger knife, it's on my drawer and on the C box, then E. Whenever you get it out from the C box, you have to put it back to the drawer and then the C box. So you don't have to ask people around like, ooh, did you see that? Did you see mine? Whatever that is. So in order to be able to have a quality life, which means once you turn disabled, you actually are much more organized than you were before. You kind of have to, so make it into a routine and adapt it. Be adaptive to all the changes, and trust me, you will be just fine. At least in your rooms, or in my rooms, or in your surroundings, you will be much comfortable with it, and you can also rely less with people to come and rescue you at times. We need that, but you need to keep certain orders and patterns in order to give yourself the comfort, to be living. Anyway, so I'm gonna eat my burger in just a little bit, so we'll be right back. Oh my god, can you guys smell that? It's my burger. Oh, it's not me, it's my burger. And if you guys can really smell that, wow, the technology is really scary. Anyway, so I have my burgers. Let me bite it and okay, this is not bad. I think I can own the restaurants, every single time. Whenever I make something for myself, I always complimented myself that I can own a restaurant, I can become a chef. Hey, come on, life is hard, try to give yourself a break, right? So, this is my burger. I have it. And thank you for joining tonight to my VIP vlogs. It's very casual, it's very personal, it's very me, so if you get uncomfortable, listen to me eating and making lots of food. Welcome to go check out other programs of mine. I set up different shows to demonstrate, even as a person with visual impairments or person with disabilities, you can still enjoy the life, changing how you receive information. Sorry, I'm too hungry. You can change that based on different adoptions of assistive technologies or tools around you, and of course, people. Networks. Those are important, so you need to build a stronger relationship with families, loved ones, and friends, if necessary. And of course, you can always tune in back to my show, at least my VIP blogs every Friday. I promised myself to do that for the 2018. And I know I haven't been able to get back to some of your questions on my Facebook fans page. you want to locate me and forward me some questions, I'm on it. My Facebook page, you can type RussKanTW. It's RussKantW. Let me finish this last one bite before I continue to talk. This is very impolite, I know. Wow, welcome back. There's no food left in my mouth, so I promise. It's very clear, so thank you guys today for tuning in. Alright, this is really the last part of my VIP blog tonight. It's just kind of like a gut feeling. I did not request or demand myself for not talking continuously for 10 minutes or 15 minutes, but I know I often exist that sub for 30 minutes, but join my life, or allow other people to join your life too. I know as difficult as it sounds, just imagine that you're not able to see, to move, to do anything. But there are ways we can figure out. I don't want to get heavy towards the end of the show or towards the end of my blog. So I'm gonna show you how to make a burger, with closing your eyes. It's the same thing, right? You don't have to be a VIP to try this. Just close your eyes. Feel the things around you. Feel how they were organized in orders according to you, not to anybody else. If you're always depending on others, it would be difficult. So hopefully you guys are checking out my VIP blogs every Friday night. You can also try that, experience that, re-examine it to yourself in a way. Life is very short, and I know, I'm looking at my burger. I'm so hungry. I'm not looking at it, I'm smelling it. So anyway, next Friday, same time, I'll be here with you guys for an hour. So subscribe, YouTube, okay, Facebook fans page, Instagram, Weibo if you're in China, big China areas, and I'm on all of those. And hopefully next Friday you'll be here again, same time. All right, good night, guys.